What is going on, Twigs? It is Turtwig Talks here with a new video for you guys today. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't want to be spoiled or you don't want to see leaks of Pokemon Sword and Shield, just click away from the video right now. This is your warning. Okay, you had plenty of time. This video today is going to be a leak, alright? I was on Twitter yesterday, last night, right before I went to bed, literally was about to log off. Over here, leaks, at leaks Pokemon Sword and Shield leaks. Again, great news source for Pokemon leaks, like getting people talking and having conversations about supposed leaks. Well, yesterday, apparently, the card designer, he does most of the can't speak English right now. Typography, as well as he does printing, test work, and packaging. This person apparently has seen and worked with the Pokemon as far as like going on to the trading cards or in for certain packaging. This is a very, very probable leak due to the fact that a lot of the things that we're going to see today, because this is not just the only image I have for you, a lot of the images that we're going to go through today are pretty striking in resemblance to this leak over here. Now, a lot of people who are into leaks and have been following Pokemon Sword and Shield as far as announcements goes, this right here has basically been a sort of like collage that had a bunch of leaks that are inside of the game already that I guess someone who themselves has already played the game or they're in some sort of, they know what's up and they've put this collage together. And I'll go through right now on all the things that we know are 100% confirmed. Surfetched, for example, that was supposed to be before it was announced, that was on this page. Surfetched, okay? Fat Pikachu, before Gigantamax Pikachu was revealed, was that. The long cat meme is representative of Meowth. So, already, that's like 3 spot-on things. A lot of people have said that this is supposed to be more Peko or more Pico, just because it's got the happy mode and then the hangry mode. So that, in my opinion, is also another confirmation right then and there. I'm going to come back to this because this is very important for what we're going to be talking about today. If you enjoy this video, please, 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 please leave me a like below. I really appreciate it, guys. We're almost there to the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I can't wait. And after seeing a lot of this, it's definitely got me very, very excited. This is the first duo of starter evolutions, so the mid-stage evolutions. Right here, this is apparently supposed to be Score Bunnies. His mid-stage form, or this could be final, but I believe this is the first starter evolutions, the second stage. So Score Bunny will evolve into something that looks like this. It looks like it's got like a bandana or something on. The Band-Aid has left. It's got like a fire pattern there, and those definitely look like soccer cleats. So, I mean, going alongside with this, we have a soccer player for Score Bunny. Now, this is supposed to be Grookey's evolution, and every single rumor that's ever gone around about Grookey has always been he's going to be sitting down and he's going to be playing some type of drums or bongos or something like that. This looks pretty credible. I think it's also cute that they gave him the whole Pokemon Mohawk sort of vibe, because he's obviously like a rocker, which leads me to think that Grookey's evolution could possibly be Grass Dart. Now we're going to move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, just prepare yourself because this was a lot for me to take in. But next up on the list, apparently, these are supposed to be the evolutions of Pokemon that we already have, alright? Down at the bottom, clearly, this resembles Wooloo in a way, alright? As far as when it comes to Wooloo's information, I have everything written down here of what, the tweets we're kind of talking about. Wooloo apparently has 2 stages, and the final stage evolution is unlocked through a special item of some sort. We're used to that, so that's not really anything new, but that is kind of exciting to know that Wooloo is going to be this little, I guess just like a furrier kind of goat ram vibe, and then it gets bipedal. It honestly, when I first saw this, it reminds me a lot of like Goodra, just like a furry Goodra. Supposedly, this is supposed to be Poltegeist's evolution. Now, I think on the actual thread itself, I think that the person might have mistypoed it, and this, I personally believe, is Poltegeist's pre-evolution, not its evolution. And the Pokemon Company, they released this camera that you would go to this link, you upload an image of, like, nature, and then they would put a Gigantamax Pokemon on your screen. Well, someone data mined all of that information, and they found out that Poltegeist actually has a pre-evolution, not an evolution. That Poltegeist is a final form, and what we've seen already from pre-evos and evolutions, I believe that Poltegeist has a pre-stage, then Poltegeist itself, and then it has a Gigantamax version. Moving forward from Poltegeist, we're now going to move on to the Roly-Coly line. Looks a lot like Dwebble's evolution. Just as far as like the hands, but I don't know if those are hands or feet, or if those are just like wheels possibly. They could be wheels, or maybe like its rocks gyrate and turn or rotate. I don't know. It's very strange. And then I'm sure this is the face. This is terrifying. It's alright. It's going to be a steam engine. Cool. So that's Poltegeist. That's Poltegeist, Roly-Coly's evolution, Wooloo's evolutions. We'll go from the top down. Alright? Clearly this is going to be our regional bird for the game. Whoever the card designer is, they definitely remembered how to draw this, because that looks extremely like Corviknight. And we've already assumed since Corviknight being revealed and it having a Gigantamax form, it's going to have other stages. This is obviously its first stage. This is the second stage right there, and then Corviknight will be the final stage. I was very wondering what the coloring could be. Is it going to start out as an all black kind of bird, or is it going to like evolve into that dark, like go goth from being like this cute little innocent sort of flying type? A little bit of like, it looks like a little larvae or a grub kind of Pokemon. I know a lot of people are like, why are we getting an ant Pokemon like Durant? But I don't know. I mean, it's the Galar region. I guess we got bugs everywhere. So cool. I don't know what typing that could be, because it doesn't say it in the description at all. It's just a new bug. Then we got this bad boy, who basically is Noivern with human hands and wings. This, ladies and gentlemen, is supposed to be Impidimp's evolution. And I am 100% sure Impidimp is going to get a Gigantamax form. They've been promoting him secretly this entire time. I feel like Impidimp has gotten more time spoken about and people wanting to know about Impidimp more than the starters at this point. So I'm going to head over here. I feel like this is Impidimp's evolution right there. It's supposed to be a gargoyle-esque kind of Pokemon, and it shows it right there. This evolution, this Pokemon line right here, I believe it's a wedding ring kind of Pokemon. It's just like it's a wedding ring, and then it evolves into what looks like a crown, like a crown, like crown jewels, basically. It said that these would be fairy and rock type, so we're basically getting a new version of Carbink, just more modernized, to where maybe people might use it. It almost to me looks like they took Klefki and Carbink and made it into now one Pokemon, which I like. I think it's cool. We're going to have a crown Pokemon. We haven't had one of those, I think. I'm going to skip over this right now for a second. I want to go to the clock Pokemon right here. They've been saying forever that we're supposed to get like a Big Ben Pokemon, obviously, because we're in Galar, which is supposed to be the UK. I like this. I think this is pretty cool. It gives me major Clink vibes, but also Clink, in my opinion, was very not the move for Pokemon, because it reminds me of Magneton. Like Magneton's whole vibe of here's a clock that floats. It looks like it's going to be like hanging, and that might be its claw that it like strikes with of some sort. And then it evolves into basically a grandfather clock. This to me, just by the way the face looks, I think it's going to be a Ghost Steel Pokemon. Like a ghost-possessed ancient clock of some sort. And then finally for this section of the leak, I don't know what this is. I want to protect it. I want to keep it safe, and I want to literally carry it and hold it. Then it evolves into what looks like this, like, honestly, it looks like maybe like it might be a Golurk. Like a Galarian Golurk, possibly. The leak itself said that it's not a Golurk. It actually is supposed to be a new robot line. So that's pretty cool, but I wanted to take note of this right here. Do you notice how the eyes are, or if those are eyes or not, the gears and such are supposed to be here like that, and it's standing very much like a muscled out robot? Take a look at this photo right here. When I saw this leak yesterday and then I looked back at this whole thing, I freaked out because I saw this and was like, holy shit, that's that robot right there. And ever since I saw this a few months ago, I've always wondered what type of Pokemon are they trying to get at. Is this a Bigfoot Pokemon? Is this a Sasquatch? No, it's that bad boy right there. It's this new robot Pokemon with eyes on its shoulder. And I now want it, because I'm guessing it's going to be either Ghost Steel, Ghost Electric, Steel Electric. I just want it. I want it on my team. That's what I know, for sure. Right here, this is an interesting photo in itself. So starting with these two little Pokemon. We've got this cute little snake that I don't know if it's covered in bubbles or frubbles maybe, or it just has like orbs around it. And then you have this bull kind of minotaur Pokemon. What I do know is that these are supposed to be confirmed the version exclusives for Sword and Shield, another pair of version exclusives, as well as these are the pseudo-legendary Pokemon. These are going to be 3-stage Pokemon, probably found later on in the game, that are pretty strong and maxed out. Though we have a bull and a snake right now, I am very happy we're sticking away from dragons again. Every time we get to the end of a region, we know a dragon Pokemon's coming. It's a pseudo-legendary, but it's always a dragon, and at this point, I'm getting kind of tired of it. So the fact that we're getting 2 different kinds of pseudos this time, and they vary from game to game, I'm very, very happy about. It said that it's supposed to be a bull minotaur, and that its evolution state, it's a fighting type that then will go into a steel and fighting Pokemon. That's going to be exclusive to Pokemon Shield, so what up, Shield Squad. Then the snake is obviously going to be for Pokemon Sword. It doesn't say anything in the rumor about what the snake really is, or if it has a typing or evolution. They mostly spoke about the bull right here. But we do know for sure that these both, since it will be pseudo-legendary and version exclusives, it's stated that they're each going to get Gigantamax forms. Alright, moving on. We've got this little puppy Pokemon right here that's got like what looks like to be like skulls like lining its like tail and back.
It's just a puppy.
It's got a Gigantamax form. You noticed it because of the, first of all, how big it is, and second, it's got the clouds over its head, which means to me this is probably going to be a single stage dog Pokemon. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with it. It looks cool. It looks like it's going to be scary, like a werewolf kind of, but cool. States that this is the regional rodent. Screedunt or Squovent, whatever the squirrel Pokemon is, the one that they keep talking about, this guy right here, which I personally believe it's this and this. These both connect somehow. But that's supposed to be that Pokemon. We saw it in the first trailer when it was on everyone who was in Milo's gym. It's on its shirt or on their shirts. That's the Pokemon right there. Then it doesn't give any description for these 3 at all. This looks like a Meowth, or there's just a new kitty Pokemon that will then evolve into like this sort of, I don't even know what that is. Just a chubbier cat, maybe? Like a Purugly vibe? I don't know. This right here, the way that it looks to me, just from the lips and from the eyes, we are either getting a Galarian Quillfish or we're getting a pre-evolution of Quillfish. Next, I'll just start this real quick. Sobble's evolution. I'm really saddened. I don't know if that's Sobble's evolution, but like, that pretty much is Sobble. So, there you go, Sobble Squad. That one's for you. This is just like, they didn't have its fossil in itself, but this is the one of them. It's supposed to be that vibe. This is the fossilized version of this Pokemon right here. In my last game, I got shinies of both of these, so apparently Drifblim is supposed to get a new Gigantamax form. And what I'm seeing, it looks like it's a giant like weather balloon surrounded by like a hurricane of some sort. I'm guessing it's keeping Ghost flying, but I'm gonna have a gold one. Gen 4 remake is coming. It's kind of fitting for both of these 2 to have them. Luxray is supposed to be getting a Gigantamax form, where it looks like its mane completely like spikes out and goes yellow or whatever it may be. I don't know. I have a shiny one, so if this is real, dope. I have 2 more Gigantamax Pokemon to add to my list. Alongside the leak, it also stated that other Gigantamax Mons from older generations, the other 2 that they listed were Heliolisk, which is pretty cool, which I could see it just getting like a big puffy neck. Lapras is going to get a Gigantamax form. We're going to refer back to this right then and there. That is Gigantamax Lapras. That is not Sobble's final evolution. That is Sobble's final evolution. That is Gigantamax Lapras. Done deal on that part. I hope I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm feeling pretty right after this leak, okay? There was a leak a long time ago that stated we're supposedly getting a new, like, earthworm. Here it is right there. That's the baby form of it. That's its evolution. Right here, Yamper's Evolution. This is that Greyhound that we've been seeing inside of the Pokemon Stadium on the advertisements that everyone's spoken about. This is the Greyhound that is literally in this leak right here, a Greyhound Pokemon. Like, this right here I'm a little perplexed with. We're supposed to be getting what the leak says, a new like Galarian Vanillite line. If a lot of you didn't know, James Turner, who was one of the leads for this game as far as like the designing. His first Pokemon that he ever drew when he was interviewing to work for the Pokemon company, he thought of Vanillite. I am going that this leak is 100% like solid due to the fact that there's a Vanillite right here and it's getting its own Galarian like line. That's obviously a nod and a, hey James, thanks for all the good work that you did. Here's a Pokemon for you that's your favorite, but also we're giving it a regional form. Ugh. This is really going to make a lot of people hate Pokemon a lot more. Like, I already see all the people who hate Pokemon, and then they're going to make their rant video and be like, the game isn't good because they're just taking old Pokemon. Just whatever. Just ignore them. That's all I got to say. This was from that clock Pokemon before. It's getting a Gigantamax form. It's like it got twice as big. It's the size of Big Ben, and it's got 2 other clock towers floating next to it with hands coming out. Terrifying. We're now wrapping up the video. This right here has been the first thing that I noticed when this leak dropped. Maybe a Galarian Noibat or a Galarian Noivern or Berry Bat Pokemon. And that's it right there. I love it. I want it. That was everything that came from this leak. I'm gonna link Leaks Pokemon, their Twitter there, so you can like check that out for yourself. Take a look at all of these mons. I just also want to throw this out right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Wooloos. Alright? Pokemon's goal is to make this the ultimate Pokemon game with adding everything we've ever had from other games, making them brand new, spicing it up. Confirmation that we're getting horde battles back again, which is going to be so good for shiny hunting. Guys, Twigs, girls, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Leave me a like below. I really need to hear feedback. I want to know what you guys are thinking, especially from everything I went over. Give me your thoughts. Do we think that this card designer is legit? Do we think that this is a real leak? What are your thoughts on this leak? How all the things that we've seen have pretty much been confirmed for the most part? I'm Turtwig Talks. I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next one.